Thanks for watching Democracy Talks. My name is Segun Johnson. I believe that we just need to say some important things to ourselves. The campaign in Nigeria is gone. Things are in the court to determine eventually and finally who the next president will be. But as we speak, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If the court should change that one, that will be in future, maybe near future, maybe far future. I don't know. But today, President Ahmed Tinubu is faced with so many problems, which former President Buhari did not deal with. And we just want to look at it and see how he's going to face what will come his way. I have a friend of mine in the studio with me. He's Mark Godwin. Mark, you're welcome to this special edition.
Dr. Segun, it's good to see you. After the election, after the inauguration, everything, you're still there saying these very relevant issues that helps democracy.
Yes, we are not partisan, so we just analyze the issues that are before us. President Tinubu is on, and we saw his inauguration, and he made his speech. And three major things we think we can just touch right now so that it won't be too long. Number one, the oil subsidy removal message did not go down well. What mistake did you think he made on that occasion?
Yes, the oil subsidy did not go down well. It's a good plan, but Dr. Segun, our government have a problem of disseminating information and not doing it the right way. Remember what happened with the Naira, change of currency, the coloring of our currency, and the people were not carried along. We don't have those stages. First of all, informing the people, sensitizing the people, mobilizing them, creating that awareness, very good awareness, close every loophole that might arise. They don't do that, Dr. Segun. They just come, hit the thing on the head, bam, and create confusion everywhere.
Yeah, it appeared he didn't do his own work well. Number one, he did not have meetings with the CBN, with the NNPC. He did it on Tuesday, a day after the inauguration, after the chaos had already been recorded all over Nigeria. People rushing to buy petrol and diesel, and prices skyrocketing. And again, he did not plan any palliative as a president in place. So he made a mistake in the announcement. But generally, many people believe that the oil subsidy should be removed. And so he has to be very careful in this new role. You just can't talk like city boy thinking all will be well. It doesn't work like that.
You can't talk like city boy because there are bad guys that jack up on these policies, and they create the confusion with it. You know, the oil distributors, the fuel station owners, all these people sometimes don't do things to favor the populace. So having them in mind in every of our policy making is important. Having in mind that some people will jack this whole thing and turn it around to their own advantage, to the disadvantage of the citizens. So,
and I don't think he understands the amount of political capital he has. He doesn't appear to have a lot of political capital. Not many Nigerians are in his favor. 8 million voters were for him out of 220 million. That's a lot. It doesn't carry the majority along at all in any form or shape. If 93 million people registered to vote and only 22 million voted, and out of that 22 million, he has only 8 million, then he doesn't have a lot of political capital for him to just announce without doing a lot of palliative measures. I'm not sure he understood all those things, and he appears not to understand sound bites. Once a president
Sandra.
says something, the people are bound to react one way or the other. Now, the intellectuals and intelligentsia of Nigeria say yes, it's good to ban the oil subsidy, but he has not made a good work of it at this moment. And we
I,
just want to advise him that
yes,
he should try as much as possible to think it through before making such announcement, isn't it?
go ahead, Dr. Shagun.
Well, we will have to look at the
Yes,
challenges that
so
we
what we're
will.
saying in essence is the
Yeah,
government should have a situation where they understand what they are, how to carry the people along. It is carrying the citizens. I mean, governance is carrying the people. If the people are not being carried along, what's the essence of being their leader? So sound bites, and that was what Dr. Shagun said. Dr. Shagun, can you hear
it's
me
true.
now? Can you?
Yeah, very well. So, someone told me yesterday that Nigeria needs a strong leadership, a good leadership. And so, strong and good leadership will help us a long way. It is not enough to gather good people around you, technocrats, but they need your vision to run it through for the country.
But
Maybe before we close for today, the his predecessor, President Buhari, left an insecure Nigeria. Everybody thought in 8 years he should have done something about abduction, kidnappings, ISWAP, ISIS. Unfortunately, he appeared not to have done enough to give Nigeria a sense of security. Tinubu will have to grab with that. But don't forget that he's the commander in chief, but doesn't know anything about
security.
commanding army, or you
Yes,
think you'll be able to manage it?
that's a very strong. In fact, that's the most hardest part that will hit this administration. Um, the fuel thing, we will overcome it because we are used to this. But you see, the security, Dr. Shogun, will be a very, very strong approach that will hit the administration because Buhari didn't do anything. He's not doing enough. He didn't do anything on that. What he did was to probably just um, pacify the various militant group and these terrorists. He
Okay, but I want to ask you: will it be in his own interest to change all the chief of staff immediately? Chief of staff of Army, Navy, and Air Force, and IG. Will it be in his favor, or they will see it as a case against the North? Because all of these they are occupied by Northerners, including the DSS, EFCC, all of them. Everything concerning security on being held by the Northerners. Do you think it will be in his own interest, or they will see it as
it,
an attack against him?
it will be in his interest if the people he brings in are people that are ready to work. Ready to work
Okay.
means those that will.
Irrespective of where they come from.
Yes, sir. Irrespective of where they come from. Like you just said, we need people that are ready to work, people that will really put their strength, put their foot on, and give good results. Um, the security issue will be a big one, Dr. Shogun,
Yeah.
because these guys are still strong. These guys are still there, wreaking havoc, and they need to be. We need to put a real strong fit on them, hard
Okay.
one, not small
And
one.
and finally for today, um, Buhari left a poor economy, debt ridden, trillions of naira that we never experienced during Obasanjo in debt, not even in Jonathan period. But he went on borrowing and borrowing and borrowing because he needed to expand the income of Nigeria. But he was not getting the income through productivity, but through loan. Now, how do you think Tinubu can handle this? Can he just stop it? Or like the World Bank projected, Nigeria will be spending 96% of its revenue to service debts. How do you think he can tackle this one?
Dr. Shagun, we need to look deep into this. This is the one that will also be like a bomb, holding on a dynamite in his hands, because
Mm,
we have the depth is too much. It's too much, and we
okay.
didn't use our depth for anything tangible. We didn't make anything out of it. So we'll probably have to. He needs to bring in experts on this. He needs to know what he's doing on this, and we should just stop this debt taking, and probably just service the one we can serve, even if it's going to take us a lot. Then get ourselves together financially. I
Yeah,
mean, we have to
I would
generate
suggest
debt.
that he uses the expertise of Okonjo Iweala and Akinwumi Adesina. These are
Okay.
two Nigerians who are well placed and who will tell him the truth of the Nigerian situation and how to get out of these debts. I remember Okonjo Iweala did a lot to help the Obasanjo regime. Hopefully, this will do the same thing as well. And we can only wish Nigeria well. We will be looking at all of these policies as the days go by in our democracy talks, and I will always be thanking you, my friend in Milan, Mark.
Thank you, sir.
It's on this note that we'll bring it to an end, and very soon we'll be informing you and analyzing issues concerning the Nigerian democracy. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you,
Long
Mark.
Thank you, Dr. Shannon. Thank you, viewers. Bye bye.